everyone. I'm glad to see you here today. My name is Ірина Чернівчан and I'm a teacher in CLA Academy. First of all, we're going to talk with you about one important issue for all the students who are going to pass their ZNO exam. As far as I'm concerned, the most difficult part of ZNO in English language is reading part. Let us have a look at some statistics. According to this pie chart, you can see all the participants of ZNO in English language last year, so 2019. With green color, I emphasized all those students who passed their ZNO exam really well and who did their best, let's say. With yellow color, I emphasized all the students who didn't show up, so they didn't take the exam at all. And with those red color, I emphasized those 12.7% of students who didn't manage to pass their ZNO exam in English language. According to the statistics, the biggest number of mistakes are done in reading tasks. That's why let's have a look at the strategy and at all the parts of reading task in ZNO that we have with you this year. So let us have a look at the first part. It consists out of several questions from 17 to 21, and here you will see some pieces of advertisements or of some notes, and you should match them with their headings or with general topic. First of all, it would be reasonable to mention that here we deal with reading for gist, for the general idea. However, we should not forget about the key words. So you have the general view of the task here. And let us have a look at the task itself. So the typical question for the first part of reading is which of the advertisements deals with? And let us have a look at the advertisement itself. So let me give you 5 seconds to look through it and grasp the general idea. Okay, great. Now let us have a look at the key words in this advertisement. So first of all, we will emphasize holidays here because only those people who are on holidays and who have a lot of free time can participate in this program. And the next important part is new skills. We of course understand that it deals with art, with paintings, but still new skills are more important here. Let us have a look at the possible variants of answers. First of all, we should consider those and cross out those answers that don't suit here at all. As far as I'm concerned, this is answer A, so because it doesn't deal with healthcare in general. Of course, it doesn't deal with any kind of IT support or security systems, so we can cross out all these options here as well. And let us have a look at the last 3 options. First of all, the most difficult ones are G and H. We should differentiate between them. Let us have a look. First of all, we have here the advertisement of the course and the art competition. From the first point of view, we can have a look at art competition. However, nothing is mentioned about contests or competitions in this advert. So we should cross out this variant and the right answer will be G here. Okay. Now let us have a look at the second part of ZNO reading task in the English language. It consists out of questions from 22 to 26, and there you will have a big text that you should read, of course, first of all for gist, to grasp the main idea, and then it is a great point to emphasize the general idea of every passage. Here you should remember that every first sentence of every passage is the topic sentence, so it will be really easy for you to understand what is this passage about. Let us have a look at the first 2 passages closer. Let's imagine that it is task 5. Let me give you up to 10 seconds to read the passage and grasp the main idea. Great, then let us have a look at what are these 2 passages about. First of all, from this text, we understand that the action takes place in a simple neighborhood. Perhaps this is a village, perhaps the outskirts of the city, and people are really calm and relaxed there. So, as usually, no extraordinary things happen. Let us have a look at the second passage here. We understand that something has happened, and the husband of the main hero rushed into the room screaming and shouting, and he asked her to go with him outdoors and have a look what's going on. Let us underline the main ideas in these two paragraphs. So first of all, like, I relaxed and read in our bedroom, so the evening was really calm, and we should bear this in mind. And the next idea, it is that the woman here was really nervous because her heart was pounding against her chest. It was really unexpected for her, but let us mention the following thing, that he managed to put off her house coat and her shoes. This is really important for us. Great, so now we know the general idea and some details, so we have already done the reading for details in this part with you. Let us have a look at the possible question. So, how did Shirley, the main hero, react to Earl's, her husband's, words? And the possible variants of answers. She had a heart attack, then she rushed out barefoot, then she followed her husband, that was C, and D, she hid in the house. Let us do the following thing. If you are a little bit confused during your test because you are nervous or according to some other circumstances, one method works for sure. Let us cross out those things that don't suit here. Let us have a look at A. Of course, from the first point, we can choose this option because we understand that Shirley, our main hero, was really confused because their neighborhood is very calm and relaxing. But nothing is mentioned about heart attack because this is a real disease, so we can't consider this answer as the right one. A doesn't suit here. Let us have a look at B. She rushed out barefoot. Of course, if you had the first glance on the text, you can understand that really she was in a hurry. She couldn't dress up in an appropriate way, but we remember the fact that she managed to put on her coat and her shoes, and barefoot, the word here, means that she didn't have any shoes on her feet. So this answer is also incorrect one. Great, let us have a look at C and D. She followed her husband and she hid in the house. You remember that Earl, her husband, asked her to go out with him. So answer D is also incorrect, and the only one and correct answer here is C. She followed her husband. Great. Let us deal with the third part of reading tasks during the ZNO in the English language. During the ZNO exam. This is going to be task 6, and as far as you can see, these are going to be the questions from 27 till 32, and here are several pieces of the text. They are enumerated with numbers, and at the end of this list of pieces of text, you will have several variants, several options that you should match with different pieces of text. The third part looks like this, so here you can see the first two pieces of text. Here we have taken the test from the previous year, so the topic was New Year traditions, and let us deal with text under the number 27. Let us have a look at it closer, and let me give you several seconds to have a look through it, then we will read it together. Fine then, let us discuss the general idea of this short piece of text. So here we deal with such a place as the Czech Republic and with the traditions of celebrating a new year there. We understand that in Prague people are really happy because it's a party, it's a holiday, they have a day off and they want to paint the town red. The main idea in this passage, let me a little bit emphasize it. All across the country, people gather in pubs, clubs and city squares to celebrate the new year. So the main idea here is that they gather, they go somewhere, they don't stay at home, they want to go to the main square to visit the best restaurants because this is an important occasion, an important event for them. Let us have a look at the variants of answers here. So, of course, you should bear in mind that there are some of them that don't match at all. Let us cross them out at once. So, start celebrating with ritual sounds. Of course, no, nothing is mentioned about it. Let us have a look at B. Put flowers. No flowers in this passage. Let us cross it. Okay, then we also crossed put paper figures on fire. Of course, fireworks were mentioned, but nothing was mentioned about putting paper figures on fire or even paper figures in general. Let us have a look at C, tidy up their homes. Of course, they tidy up them, but we don't have the specific information about it in this passage. Okay, and decorate cakes with candy roses. Of course, this is a great idea to decorate your cake. However, not in this passage. We don't have any data about this issue, so we cross it out as well. Then we have the last three options, F, G, and H. Let us read it. Go to the public places to party together. Then associate bad luck with hair color. And H, have a fixed number of dishes. Perhaps they have a fixed number of dishes, however, no information is given about it, so H doesn't suit here. Then let us have a look at F and G. Perhaps people in the Czech Republic associate some things with bad luck, but not in this particular text. So the only one possible and correct answer will be F here. Go to public places to party together. Why public places? As far as I have already mentioned, they don't stay at home and they try to gather somewhere. Perhaps they don't want to organize everything by themselves. That's why they prefer to order something in advance and be sure that everything will go smoothly. Great, so this was the third part of reading tasks in ZNO exam in the English language, and now we can have a look at the main strategy of how to perform it correctly. So the first step here is to grasp the main idea, so the general idea. What is the text about? It works perfectly with the first part where you should deal with advertisements because sometimes keywords can omit the general idea, or they can lead you in an appropriate way as it was with art competition. So we understood that that advertisement was about art, however nothing was mentioned about competition there. The second step will be to read questions and options. The main idea in every task, not only in ZNO tasks or maybe some international exams, but even in your home task, you should clearly understand what is asked and what are the options. One more idea here, it is that you should emphasize if the question has got that small part with not, because sometimes people are not very attentive during their exams, they omit it, and that's why they have a wrong answer. Then, don't forget about underlining the key words. It really works because on your paper in ZNO you can do everything that you want. You can draw there, you can write there, nobody is going to check it because it's your draft and you can do everything. The step number 3 is find the same keywords or synonyms in the text. This is a good idea if we talk about those tasks where the questions are not following the paragraphs in the text. However, in ZNO we have the sequence. So if we have the first paragraph, then the question number 1 is going to be about it. If it is the second paragraph, the question number 2 is going to be about the second paragraph. So you should not mix the questions, and you should always remember that it is impossible to find the correct answer to the first test in the last passage of the text. Let us have a look at the fourth part. Match the answer with the questions. Of course, this is important, but you should consider keywords and general idea together, because sometimes the sentence can be in a negative form, but the question will ask you about some positive things. So don't be confused and don't rely only on keywords. Then, one and the most important thing here, that if it is not possible to determine the correct answer, you should do that exception method that we did with you during part number 2 and part number 3. It really works. Of course, it's a little bit time consuming, so it will take up to 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds for you to get the right answer. However, this is the most important one, and you should always bear it in mind. And of course, if you still have those questions that are not answered yet, or you can't choose the correct answer, you should repeat the procedure from point 3 and till point 5 in a sequence, of course. Now, let us talk about the fact where can you boost your reading skills. First of all, it is a very good idea, not only for students, but even for adults who are not going to pass the ZNO test, to follow this website, British Council. It is really useful for all non-native speakers of the English language. As far as you can see in the left corner, they have the division according to the levels. Please, those students who are going to pass their ZNO exam, bear in mind the fact that ZNO from the English language is built upon level B1, B2. So don't be happy when you have passed the reading task from level A1 or A2 perfectly. This won't do. Instead, you should choose B1, B2 level and train and boost your reading skills there. The next resource that can help you with your reading test is the website that is called Український центр оцінювання якості освіти. There you can find all the ZNO papers from all the subjects and of course English language. From the previous years you can find some supplementary tests, supplementary resources, and what is very important that you can find there the system of evaluation. So how are they going to grade your reading task, your writing task, how the listening is going to be built in this particular year, and all the new moments about ZNO in 2020 are also mentioned on this website. Then, one more resource that personally I really enjoy, because there is everything online and all the tests there are online. It is not necessary for you to download the document in PDF format and then print it out or write something down. Everything is online there, so it is called ZNO Online. Of course, this is the project that the website osvita.ua, so they made this project together, and they gathered all the sessions. So the main session, the supplementary one, some mock tests there as well, and from all the years. If I'm not mistaken, starting from 2016, all the tests are there. What is important? It is that you click on the answer and they check it at once. Unfortunately, you can't practice writing tasks there, but listening and reading, use of English as well, are perfect. And one more small, let's say, surprise or present for those students who are going to pass their ZNO this year. We understand that now, under all circumstances, it is really difficult to gather yourself, to gather your feelings and emotions, and sometimes you're too lazy to do something. The special course on online platform EdEra is developed for those students who really like enjoy using their smartphones or computers, laptops, whatever, in their real life, and they use it every day. The course is called Easy ZNO, and they give you the motivation and all supplementary materials, books, maybe some papers, but with the help of modern streams. So for example, the new Lexus, you're going to study there with the help of some funny pictures that are called memes now. I hope you will enjoy it. Great, thank you for being with us today, and remember that together we can do more.